Ha! Hey everyone, Hassan here. Welcome to the world of Hot. Today, I'm excited to share that Power Rangers is coming to Fortnite. The day has finally come. I've waited years for the possibility that this could happen, and it is finally happening. So, I wanted to make this video for a couple reasons. One, just to share my excitement about the news. Two, for any Fortnite fans out there that are wondering, like, what does this Power Rangers collaboration include? I want to share that. And three, especially for any Power Rangers fans that might have heard this and have either no clue about Fortnite or know very little, or like wondering, like, what does that mean? What does it take for me to actually jump in and try this out? I want to share all of that for you today. So let's get right into it. First of all, Fortnite's been around since 2017, okay? I started playing in Chapter 1, Season 3, which was about in 2018, early 2018, is when I just started dipping my toes into it, and then I just continued onwards since then. And I've been playing the game since then. So this has been one of my primary video games that I've played in the last, especially the last 5 years, but even before that as well. And the reason about Fortnite that what gets me is it's just, first of all, I love just the core gameplay of it. It's very fun. It's addicting. It kind of, gets you wanting to try and play and win, but also all the crazy things that they do in the game. It's so fun to try out all the new modes, and they're constantly updating this game all the time with new content, which keeps it fresh all the time. And a bunch of friends also play the game, and that makes it just, 100 times more fun to play online with friends as well. And Power Rangers, obviously, for those that have watched this channel for a while, I mean, you can see from some of the things on the shelf there, you have the Megazord right there. I mean, I even have, if I can move my camera, actual suits from the show. Like, this is legitimately from the show, from an auction. I'm a big Power Rangers fan. So as they've done collaborations over the years, it's always been like, man, Power Rangers would be so cool, right? They've done collab with Optimus Prime and Transformers, actually a few Transformers. They've done Ninja Turtles, they've done Dragon Ball Z. I mean, there's so much stuff they've done, but Power Rangers has always been that thing like, man, one day I wish they would do it. But the cool thing is, I thought maybe one day if we got it, it would be like the bare minimum, like they'd release one of the Power Rangers characters to play as in the game, but they're going way more than that. So let's jump into it. Okay, first is, if you don't know anything about Fortnite, let me give you some background to what this is, because you may hear this a lot. People talk about Fortnite. What is Fortnite? A lot of people have this like thought that, oh, it's some game for kids. First of all, let me explain that the majority of Fortnite players are not kids, actually. In fact, the biggest age group that plays the game, I believe, is from 18 to 24 or 25. And there's obviously players younger, but also players older than that. And so I think there's a misconception there that it's some kids game. It's really not. It's for all ages. And the thing about Fortnite over the years is it's evolved. So what Fortnite was 5 years ago is very different to what it is today. In fact, what I would say is it's more of a platform for games. There's a lot of different games within Fortnite. So Fortnite is free to play. So you literally just download it and play it. It's on your phone, your tablet, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch. It's on all of it. And it's free. And so you literally just create an account, play, free. The only things that you pay for are if you want your player to, if you want to wear a certain character as your skin, as your costume, if you want to customize the way that the vehicles that you drive in the game look like, if you want to do some fun dances using emotes, things like that, but none of that affects the actual core game itself. The core game has always been free and will be free. That's why it's a free-to-play game. But the thing about Fortnite, so when most people think of Fortnite, they think of Fortnite Battle Royale. And that is a game where 100 players drop onto this big island, and you have to gather up weapons and ammo and everything, and basically fight it out to be the last person standing at its core. So that's the style of a battle royale game. So 100 players drop down. You want to be the last person there. You want to, defeat everyone else and win. But there's a ton of different variations of that. There's a lot of new modes that they've introduced. And one of the big things about Fortnite is that you had the ability to sort of build structures. So, for example, you could build up a wall in front of you if somebody's shooting at you, but you could also build up like a ramp to ramp up to on top of a building or gain height against another player. And there's a whole other mechanic to it. They added years ago a mode without all that building stuff. So it's just a traditional shooter game, but it's a third-person shooter, and it's not like as serious as like a Call of Duty type game. It's much more of a, I hesitate to say like a party shooter, but it's a bit more of a fun thing. They added like all these crazy, interesting weapons that have all these effects. So it's not like meant to be like a serious shooter game. And that's why I think it appeals to all ages as well. And so there's a lot of different modes. There's even modes like there's a racing game. There's a whole Lego game mode where you just build out like this, you're surviving on this island and you can build things with Legos. There's people can make their own games in Fortnite. So even if you're not into the shooters, there's a ton of other stuff. They're also working with Disney on some big project coming next year, I believe. We don't know what it is yet, but there's going to be a huge game or something Disney related that they're doing with Fortnite. So anyways, for those that, wanted that background to what it is. So I really think, even if you're not into shooters, I really think it's something to just try, because there's a lot of different game modes in there. And like I said, it's free. So what's the harm, right? Now, that being said, the thing about Fortnite over the years is it's gotten so popular that they've been able to do a ton of crazy big collaborations. So what I mean is they have artists like Marshmello and Ariana Grande and others that have had these special concert events in Fortnite where you join this mode in Fortnite and you like watch a concert. There's all these cool visuals to see and stuff, but they also have all these characters that they brought into the Fortnite game. So you can play as, like I said, the Ninja Turtles, Optimus Prime, or other Transformers. You have, Dragon Ball Z. You have Naruto. You have like Patrick Mahomes, Ariana Grande, Bruno Mars, Lady Gaga. Oh gosh, what else? All the Marvel characters. You're like Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, DC. So Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. You have Star Wars characters in there, Stranger Things, like Family Guy, Rick and Morty, like you name it, they've got like so many different collaborations where you can basically become these characters and play Fortnite. Now, that's where the cost comes into play. So every season, so Fortnite has these seasons that they release, where they add new locations to go to on a map, new weapons, new abilities, new things to kind of keep it fresh every couple months. And so those are called seasons. And basically, each season comes with a battle pass. And so you pay like $10 to buy this battle pass. And what it is it gives you the ability to unlock some of those types of things, whether it's characters, emotes to like dance, different colored like weapon wraps and things, just a variety of of items that you can unlock. And so the battle pass, there's levels to it, level 1 through 100, but then beyond 100 there's like extra stuff that you can also unlock as well. And so in order to get the things in the battle pass, they are generally exclusive to the battle pass. So you'd have to play the game, and you basically play like there's quests in the game that you have to do. So while you're playing, it's like deal X amount of damage, or random things like visit these locations and interact with these, chests, or talk to this person at this location, or jump X amount of feet high in the sky. Like there's like all sorts of random quests. They're really not that difficult to get a good amount of them. And even just playing the game just gives you experience points to be able to level up. And playing all the different modes does that as well. So even if the battle pass may be for the battle royale game mode, but you could do all the other modes and still level up the battle pass for battle royale without even touching it. So that's the other cool thing that they've done. So I know this is a lot of background there, but I really want to put all of this into context because it's important to understand what this Power Rangers collaboration really is as well, especially for those players that are new to Fortnite. The other piece of this is there's an item shop, typically. So every day, Fortnite will add or remove a couple things from the item shop, so some things last a few days, a few weeks, or they cycle in and out. And these are things that are available for purchase, like, again, more characters, more like weapon wraps. There's like music that they have, because there's basically a Rock Band Guitar Hero type mode in Fortnite now, Fortnite Festival. And so there's music tracks that you can get for that game, and you can use it for other things. All sorts of stuff they put in the item shop, and that's where a lot of the other collaborations show up as purchasable in the item shop. So in general, almost all the collaboration stuff is paid, whether in the item shop you buy it or through the battle pass. You have paid for the battle pass and unlock it. It's very rare to have collaboration items that are given away for free. It happens occasionally, but that's rare. And in the case of Power Rangers, again, similar thing, not free. These are going to be only available through those various methods that I said. So what's happening with Power Rangers? A few things. Okay, there's a new season starting up, starting on Thursday, August 7th. And basically, this is some sort of a bug invasion season. There's going to be these bugs, I guess, all over the island, and you're going to, that's going to be part of it. We still don't fully know all the details, so it's hard to say exactly like what it's going to look like in terms of, are there going to be all over the island and certain parts of the island or whatever. But they released this whole trailer basically where the bugs were attacking, and then the Power Rangers came in and saved the day to announce, hey, Power Rangers coming to Fortnite. And there's a few things, okay? There's the Battle Pass. And in the Battle Pass, what it seems to be is that the level 100 skin, so if you level up the Battle Pass all the way, you unlock Tommy Oliver, the green Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. So if you want Tommy, you have to buy the Battle Pass and level it up all the way, which will take time. Now, you can purchase levels in the game, so if you don't want to spend the time leveling it up, you can just buy the levels. It becomes expensive quite a bit, so just keep that in mind, because the Battle Pass is $10, but you're going to be paying a lot more beyond that if you just outright just buy the levels. The other thing is usually there's, beyond the 100 levels, you can go past that and unlock additional styles for skins. It varies. Sometimes some skins don't have any styles. Sometimes they have multiple. I'm hoping that we get additional styles for Tommy Oliver, like maybe Mighty Morphin White Ranger or Dino Thunder Black, maybe even Zeo Red. I don't know. There are rumors about a Dino Thunder Black, Mighty Morphin White as part of the Battle Pass, but then we saw Mighty Morphin Green. So if those rumors are true, maybe those are alternate styles that you can unlock as well, but we don't know yet. So keep that in mind. Now, that's on August 7th, okay? The rest of the Mighty Morphin team, I'm talking red, blue, black, yellow, pink, the rest of the Mighty Morphin team will be sold in the item shop. So you don't have to have the Battle Pass or anything like that. It's just going to be straight up in the shop. And those will be available in mid-August. So you got to wait a little bit longer for those. But mid-August, they're going to be available individually or as a bundle of all 5, along with the Go-Go Power Rangers song in the game as well that you can purchase. Characters generally range from roughly, I'd say like $10 to $15 each. So they're not cheap. Keep that in mind. Okay, if you want a character in Fortnite, it's pricey. So a bundle with all of them, I mean, I don't know what it's going to look like, but I mean, it could be, $30, $40, $50 or something like that if you get the whole bundle with everything. To be determined what that looks like. There's also ways to get the V-Bucks that you use to buy the things in the item shop. Like you can't just go to the item shop and just buy an item directly. You buy what are called V-Bucks, so it's a certain currency in Fortnite that you then redeem for items in the item shop. And so you can get V-Bucks, like the more V-Bucks you buy, you get them at a discounted rate. You can get like rewards if you buy it through epicgames.com and buy the V-Bucks there. You can get a reward, like some V-Bucks credited back to you. So there's like ways to get it for a little cheaper. So if you're interested, let me know. I can put more in the comments about that. But basically, be prepared to spend some money if you want to buy the full Mighty Morphin bundle. But that's not all, okay? Because then in mid-September, there's going to be more happening, okay? So as part of the Battle Pass, usually what there is there's a secret skin. And we call it that because long ago, they used to not announce what the skin was, and it would show up in the Battle Pass, and at the end of the battle, there'd be a separate section, and there'd be like a question mark or something, or they would like tease it, but they wouldn't tell you what it is. So then later, they would reveal it, and you'd be able to like unlock it as part of the Battle Pass. And usually these are ones that you have to do some special quests for. Again, not very difficult, but usually it's like, use a certain item 3 times, or go to this location and talk to this person, or things like that are really not too difficult, but just you do a few quests and you can unlock stuff. Nowadays, they tend to announce it ahead of time. And just like in this case, they have as well. The secret skin for this season is the Megazord. The Mighty Morphin Dino Megazord is a skin, so you can actually play as the Megazord, regular size, in the game as just any other character as well, which is so cool because I love, the Mighty Morphin Megazord design. It's iconic, and I'm super, super excited about that. So that'll be unlockable in, mid-September. But again, you need the Battle Pass for that. So $10 Battle Pass for that piece of it as well. The other thing happening in mid-September, though, is something that they've started to do in recent seasons. So, for example, a few seasons ago, you're playing the Fortnite game, and in the middle of the game, all of a sudden, this portal would spawn randomly on the island. And if you're the first person to get there, you could go and you would transform into Godzilla. A giant Godzilla, and you could, shoot your, laser breath at enemies and stomp on things and stuff for, a minute or so, and then you would turn back into a regular player. But for a period of time, you'd have all this crazy power, you'd be able to do that. Last season, Superman. You'd be able to turn into Superman and, have all his abilities for a little while, fly around the island, and do all sorts of cool stuff. So they've added this thing where, partway through a game, if you're the first person to get to this place or, do this thing, you can then turn into some overpowered super character for a period of time. And it just makes it really, really interesting and fun. That's going to happen again with the Megazord. So we don't know exactly the details yet, but assuming you'll be able to go and first person to interact with something, get some item, something, I don't know, will turn into a giant Megazord maybe and be able to use the powers or something like that. Which is so cool. And not only that, oftentimes with a lot of collaborations that they do, they also add in special weapons into Fortnite. So for example, they collabed with Avatar: The Last Airbender, and they had airbending abilities that you could pick up as items. Not just airbending, sorry, bending abilities. So you could airbend, waterbend, firebend, earthbend, all that stuff. There's Star Wars collaborations with Star Wars blasters and lightsabers, Dragon Ball Z. You could, do the abilities there, the Kamehameha and everything. And so there's going to be some sort of item, I don't know if it's going to give you an ability, a weapon, or what it is, Power Rangers related, that will come mid-September into the game as well. Usually those are pretty limited, so it's not like something that every player will get in the game, but you'll be able to find it or defeat a boss and get it or something like that in the game to use. So all that to say, they're doing a lot with Power Rangers. And for many, many years, I kind of hoped, Power Rangers would be something they would bring to the game. But as a Power Rangers fan, the franchise hasn't really been super relevant for a while. It's kind of declined in popularity. I know there's this Disney Plus thing that they're kind of working on or whatever. And I have this new Mighty Morphin Reignition toy line, which is cool seeing it in stores, but it's accompanied by this AI upscaled Mighty Morphin release, which is so weird. But point being, it seemed like hope was dwindling, right? It just seemed like there wasn't a big project going on to sort of tie it to, and I thought maybe it would never happen. And so part of me had this dream that one day maybe they would just add it to the item shop. And even then I thought, okay, maybe they would add in the Green Ranger that's used in like the video games and other things, or like Lord Draken or something from the comics, or something like that, like a certain character that has had a bit more of a broader appeal in other forms of media. But no, we're getting like the regular original Mighty Morphin Rangers in the item shop, plus Tommy in the Battle Pass, the Megazord as a secret skin. Oh my gosh, they've had the Fortnite skin called the Mecha Team Leader, which is basically like their version of a Megazord in a way. And they just released a huge Lego set, by the way, which I started building already, and I'm having so much fun. I'm loving it. But to actually have a real Megazord skin now is so cool. So the skins themselves are already so much more than what I thought we would ever maybe get. And this is like a pipe dream that they're actually making this like a big deal. There was a whole trailer released for Power Rangers. You're gonna be able to like turn in Giant Megazord, some sort of weapon or ability or something added to the game, and like all this stuff to really integrate Power Rangers into Fortnite in a bigger scale. Like the level of what they're doing is what they did for Superman in the current season, or what they did for Godzilla before as well. So it is so cool to see what they're doing. Not only that, the trailer, I'm hyped. The fact that like they did a whole thing and then they basically ended up like halfway through this like animated trailer turned into like this big live action kind of swap over with like suits, and the bugs were like in these like, you know, rubber suits and everything too. Like incredible. I'm loving what they're doing with it as well. So I'm super excited as a Power Rangers fan, as a Fortnite fan, all of it. And I hope this video helps you if you are either into Fortnite and wanted to know what to expect from this Power Rangers collab, or especially if you're just a Power Rangers fan and you don't really know anything about Fortnite, but you want to check this out. Maybe you thought the trailer was cool, you want to know more about it. Hopefully this helps. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any other questions. I want this to be a resource for folks out there to help out and get excited. It's free. Download it to get started. Obviously, you got to pay money for some of the Power Ranger stuff, but at least from there, hopefully you can get started and try it out. Yeah, maybe I'll stream some Power Rangers in Fortnite at some point on the channel too. That'd be a lot of fun. And if you get anything in the item shop, you do have the ability to add a support a creator code, so you can add the code for any content creator that has a code, and it helps support them as well. And so if you happen to buy anything from the item shop, I do have a support a creator code, which is Hassan Ahmed 120. So if you'd use it, I'd appreciate it. But anyways, thank you all so much. As always, take care, and I will see you later.